You know, it's funny. You think I'm not watching you, but I'm always watching you. Always. Don't screw up.
What's up, guys? It is Jonathan with One Big Impact. I'm not being lazy. This chair that I got out of the dumpster is like mad screwed up. So when you sit back here, it's like, yo, what up? So today's video is going to be based on why am I not losing weight? Not me specifically, but you. So if you're asking yourself that question, there could be 4 or 5 reasons mainly that we're going to cover that could be the first amount of issues. So first of all, in the first few weeks, a lot of people don't realize what happens is, I hate saying this because I don't want to ever attribute it to this, but specifically when you're on a low carbohydrate diet, you are reducing the amount of glycogen, which is sugar, and carbohydrates within your muscles, within your body. And what happens when you get rid of the glycogen inside your body is not storing as much water. And also when you are reducing, look at this on my hand. Look at my hands from lifting. You see that? Picking it off. That's horrible. As well as you are naturally eating a lower sodium diet. So not only are you eating less glycogen, which is sugar, carbohydrates, also you are naturally eating way less sodium, so you are retaining far less water. Plus, what have we done? We've amped up the intake of water as well. Your body doesn't need to store as much. It's getting rid of all of it. So for the first 2-3 weeks, maybe usually, first 2-3 weeks roughly, you're going to see a quick movement in weight. And some of that can be attributed. There's no way of telling which amount is fat, which amount is water necessarily. I'm sure there's some kind of scientific thing, but we're not going to get into that. We're just going to say, first, you're going to drop that initial water and everything out of your body. Is that a bad thing? No, of course not. Lighter is lighter, okay? You know, if I'm carrying a 10-pound bag on my back and I get rid of that 10-pound bag, it's going to have less of an effect on my joints regardless, okay? So don't ever discount the water weight or anything like that. Don't ever say, well, it's just water weight. I hate when people say that. Oh, you're just losing water weight. You're losing weight regardless, okay? So don't think of it like that in a negative way. That being said, once that 2-3 weeks hits and you start to see your process slow, well, that's when the fun begins. So what that means is usually you are going to be, if you're not seeing movement after that point, unfortunately you're probably too high in your calories, or your exercise isn't high enough. You're not going to be in enough of a caloric deficit. So you're going to have to start getting on track with what that actually is. Some great tools that you can use for that. Obviously, we know MyFitnessPal. There's lots of apps that you can use out there. By far the best way of doing it, my own personal way of doing it, is going to be put it on a page, take a day out, write out exactly what you're going to eat, write down these labels, pay attention to supplement labels, pay attention to vitamin labels, pay attention to spice labels, drink labels. Whatever you're consuming, you need to be writing it down. And it is proven that people underestimate their caloric intake on a daily basis if they just estimate it by up to 50%. Now, if I think I'm eating 1,000 calories and I'm actually eating 2,000 calories, there's a huge difference there. So definitely keep that in mind. Number 2. Now, you know, a lot of us steer towards low carbohydrate diets or low high fat diets like keto or whatever they are, okay? So a lot of what we talk about is going to be based on that type of thing. But something that you need to keep in mind, a lot of people have, especially women, have a struggle meeting their certain protein intakes, okay? I would say roughly it's about 1 gram per pound of weight. Okay, so if you weigh 250 pounds, you get 250 grams of protein. And that's to be able to sustain the amount of muscle that you have, as well as if you're building, you need to be around there. You could go as low as 0.8 if you're having a problem, but I would stay between 0.8 and 1.5. I wouldn't go much over that, and I wouldn't go much under that. First of all, as you lose weight, your body, especially if you're low carb, your body's not going to have much else besides protein or actual body fat to be able to burn. You don't want to be getting rid of your muscle, so you need to be giving your body enough protein. Furthermore, okay, a lot of people are going to jump at this really quick. Protein is more satiating and keeps you fuller longer than its one predecessor macronutrient, which would be carbohydrates. And also, it is not more caloric dense than fat. Fat is actually 9 grams of calories, 9 calories per gram of fat. So fat is going to be a little bit higher, but the purpose for saying this is the thermogenic effect of fat, protein, and carbohydrates is completely different. So carbohydrates and fats take about 10 calories per 100 calories to be able to completely digest those foods. Now, per 100 grams of protein, which keeps you just as full as like fat would, roughly, and it's a little bit less calories, takes 30 calories per 100 grams to be able to digest it. So, therefore, if you're consuming 100 calories of protein, you're only getting 70. If you're consuming 100 calories of fat, you're getting 90. So that's 20 extra calories every time. I don't want you to count like that, but I want you to keep that in mind. That's why it's one of the most important things to be able to consume each day is to meet and not necessarily exceed, but at least meet your protein daily intakes. Number 3, and finally, is this is a very common mistake on the part of mostly women, but a lot of the times men too. You cut your calorie intake, and I know I just said you got to keep your calories low and figure them out and stuff like that, and make sure you're paying attention to them. But on the other hand, your calories may be way too low. Excuse me. If you're eating 600 calories a day and you're working out twice a day, you're doing 2 hours of cardio a day, you're hitting the weights, you're doing all these things, and you're like, I got all this stored fat, I don't know what the hell's going on. Okay, dude, whoa, what? How are you going to lose weight if your body is only getting 600 calories a day, but you're trying to burn 3,500 calories a day? Your body's going to say, whoa, hold the freak on. Any fat I get, I'm holding, because there's no way I'll make it through this workout. I'll die if I don't hold on to this stuff. So you're actually probably needing to increase. So just like I said before, you probably need to drop your calories. In the same sense, the absolute reverse, you might be the person that needs to increase their calories. You're not going to lose weight if you're at 600 or 500 or 400 calories a day, or even 900 calories a day. If you're hitting the weights harder, a lot of people think if they lower their calories to nothing and they do more exercise, does that work? Yes, in a sense. But if you go too extreme down and too extreme high with the workouts and too low with the calories, you're not going to do anything. Your body's going to go into survival mode. It's going to go into shock. It's fight or flight. It doesn't know what to do. It's not going to get rid of anything, okay? It has no other choice but to store fat, because otherwise it dies, okay? And our bodies are absolute perfect machines at storing fat, and you should actually be damn thankful for that, because if not, there will be a lot of dead people in the freaking gym, okay? So keep that in mind. Be thankful, but start actually taking a closer view of what you're doing to your body. Maybe you're too low. If you need help, go check out a macro calculator. in the near future, go to onebigimpact.com. I will put a macro calculator on there. I know if you're super low on carbs, that's fine. If you're trying to figure out a macro calculator but you're low on carbs, that's cool. Do your other macros and then just drop your carbs if you're doing a low carb diet or something like that, or Atkins or keto or whatever. So keep that in mind. Those are my 3 tips that could be probably the number 3 problems that you need to focus on. You guys, if you like our video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Also, go check out our Facebook group. We will have a link in the description below. We have 3,132 amazing members in Healthy Living for a Healthy Life. I don't know if you would consider it a weight loss support group. Not really. I call it a family because we are amazing and we're awesome. We also have a family reunion coming soon, and that will be in the next year. We are going to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, to stay in a 50-person hotel or cabin, which has like pool tables and jacuzzis and all kinds of fun stuff. So I hope to see you guys there soon. Also, please, please, please don't forget to check out the links in the description below. Yes, I'm an Amazon affiliate, and it helps me anytime you use my links. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Be stronger than your excuses. And, of course, remember to spread love, not hate. Peace.